Being a French Bulldog, it seems like the dream life, doesn't it? Instagram famous, carried around in designer bags, living in luxury apartments, and getting constant attention with those adorable bat ears and squishy faces. The perfect companion for the modern human. Compact, cute, and oh so trendy. But what if I told you that behind this fashionable facade lies one of the most miserable existences in the entire canine world? That's right. Being a French Bulldog isn't glamorous. It's a genetic nightmare wrapped in a deceptively cute package. You ever wake up and understand that your whole life is nothing but one big cosmic joke? No? Then just try to be me, a French Bulldog. When I emerged from my mother's surgically cut open womb, yes, we don't even get to be born like normal dogs, I knew I was ruined. My breed can't even be born without a complete medical staff and a prayer to the orthopedic gods. I wasn't born. I was pulled out like a crusty, overpriced pearl. I've been a potato with legs too short and a face mashed in like someone sat on me since day one. It is adorable. No, Karen, this isn't cute. This is chronic respiratory failure with ears. I'm a designer dog, a more polite way of saying genetic Frankenstein experiment that failed. If dogs were phones, I'd be the iPhone that's hip but needs to be charged every 30 minutes and blows up if you try to update it. You see how some pups puff when they've been running around? I pant when I've been alive. 5 steps, panting, laying down, wheezing, slept, complete sleep apnea concert over here. My face is as flat as I can possibly be, used as a coasting surface for your drinks. But in here, in my skull, I've got a torturous maze of pinched up nostrils, collapsed passageways, and regret. Each time I inhale, I'm wheezing like I'm attempting to suck peanut butter through a Capri Sun straw. I don't breathe, I exist. I have the breathing ability of a vacuum cleaner that has socks jammed into it. And yet, man sees me wheezing and is all like, oh, it sounds like a little piggy. No, Deborah, that's not adorable. That's a cry for help. But that's not even the worst part about being a French Bulldog. As if my own personal asthma wasn't sufficient, let's include allergies, yeah? I'm allergic to everything. Dust, grass, pollen, milk, chicken, my own skin, your cheaper laundry detergent. If it exists, it makes me break out like a hormonal teenager that's just been fed shrimp for the first time. You love hanging out there and seeing your owner shell out more on antihistamines than on your own shopping, don't you? I've been on Benadryl since I was 6 weeks old. My body's adapted to filtering the air like a biohazard. And what do they do for me? They put on some expensive organic coconut-flavored oatmeal on my butt and wish for miracles. I'm still scratching, Susan. I'm still scratching my face on the couch like a junkie in withdrawal. You can't herbal tea your way out of the genetic nightmare that is French Bulldog skin. You ever seen a rock in water? That's me, a dense, compact, sinking brick with stubby little limbs flailing like I'm trying to perform CPR on myself. French Bulldogs cannot swim. We're like living bowling balls with the body fat distribution of a croissant. My center of gravity is in hell. But does that stop people from dragging us to the beach or buying us those tragic doggy life jackets that make us look like depressed jet skis? Nope. Throw me in a pool and I'll go down like the Titanic with less grace and a lot more gurgling. Geez, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not even able to poop right. Half the time it's too hard. The other half it exists like my digestive system is anxious to leave this place. My intestines are all, we weren't meant to be here. And due to my little squat house, my pooping posture resembles me floating a turd by sheer force of will. Oh, and because we have tails that don't exist, you can bet your life on the fact that poop gets all in there. Ever have someone wipe your rear end daily? Yeah, that's my life. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror anymore. Not because I'm ashamed, because my tear ducts are too messed up to see straight. As if that wasn't bad enough, here's the kicker. Humans are not getting Frenchies as their buddy. They're getting me for clout. Do you need to flaunt your swag? Get a Frenchie and add a filter to me. I'm a snorting, breathing accessory. And because I get hypothermic if it drops below 70 degrees, thank you very much, useless body fat evolution, I get stuffed into teeny jackets and booties like some kind of bougie dog mannequin. Do I resemble the type to rock a Canada Goose vest just for the hell of pooping in February? No, I resemble a dazed toddler on snow day number 1. Try protesting though, and now you're dramatic. Your skin prickles, your lungs are devastated, and there's some idiot on Instagram who's hashtagging you #cozyboy. Kill me. Buying me amounts to subsidizing a pre-owned Honda Civic month in and month out. Can't catch a breath? That's surgery. Allergic? That's medication every month. Gunk in the eyes? Another visit to the vet. Spinal issues? That's visiting a chiropractor with crystals and candles. I'm not a pet. I am a medical subscription box. And the worst part of it is, I am aware that I'm pricey. I see the worry in your eyes when the receptionist says, that'll be $874.56, excluding the blood tests. I'm not worth it. I'm cute, all right, but so is a potato. But at least that's edible. Oh yeah, I didn't say anything about the spinal cord roulette. We're constructed like someone forced too many Legos into the wrong housing. My vertebrae are a Jenga tower controlled by inebriated toddlers. One misstep and I'm shuffling like I was tranquilized by a dart. Herniated discs? That's like a regular Wednesday. Paralysis? Oh, let's just take a couple of years. We're essentially born with a time bomb in our backs, and the fuse gets shorter each time I attempt to pounce on the couch. You ever see a dog with wheel legs? That's not adorable. That's my future. Here's a good one. Head stroke at first sight. You know how regular dogs want to cool themselves down? I pant and subsequently keel over like a crashed Roomba. You can literally kill me by leaving me alone in a hot car for 5 minutes. Not hot, warm. I possess the heat resistance of an avocado left on the porch. People want to parade us around in July like we're built for it. We're not. My cooling system's about as advanced as a toaster oven. One beats trip and I'm flat on my face, tongue out seeing God. Meanwhile, your golden retriever's doing backflips in the waves and I'm dying under a Hello Kitty umbrella. Let me tell you something about my sleep. It's not peaceful. I snore like a war atrocity, full on demonic possession. If you've ever wondered if you've heard an exorcism in the dead of night, that was me trying to suck one breath through my crumpled party horn of a nose. And don't even try and sleep near me. You'll get 2 hours of sleep max and a lifetime trauma response to nasal wheezing. They like to ask, why do Frenchies snore so much? Because our skulls are a botched science project. We don't have an airway, only a twisty tunnel of wet despair. I might have snored while standing. I have. Here's where things get really interesting. Fun fact, we can't even breed naturally. That's right, I'm so genetically afflicted that my whole species requires artificial insemination and C-sections to bear more of us. You think love is dead? Try seeing your parents be hand-bred like purebred sofas. The entire breed wouldn't be here if it weren't for humans forcing it into existence. We're the Jurassic Park of lab-bred puppies. Adorable at first, then all hell rains down. We shouldn't be here. We were not created by nature. Instagram was. But perhaps the most shocking thing about being a French Bulldog is something most people never consider. Our breed is literally evolving backwards. With each generation, our health problems get worse, not better. The average lifespan of a Frenchie has dropped by nearly 2 years in the last decade alone. We're the only breed actively becoming less viable with each passing year. The veterinary community now predicts that within 20 years, French Bulldogs may become functionally extinct, not because we'll disappear, but because we'll reach the point where our bodies simply cannot sustain life beyond a few miserable, expensive years. We're the canine equivalent of a luxury car with a self-destruct timer. So yeah, being a French Bulldog isn't glamorous. It's not cute. It's not living your best life. It's 24/7 maintenance, a cocktail of medical problems, and the constant struggle to just breathe. I am not a purse dog. I'm not a conversation starter. I'm not a furry meme. I am a walking warning label with a cute face and a death rattle. So if you're watching this thinking, I want one, don't. Get something with lungs. And if you do happen to have a Frenchie already, treat him like a $5,000 antique, gently, carefully, and with an open credit card. And maybe don't take him jogging unless you want to drag him home like a melting ham. Remember how I started by saying being a French Bulldog seems like the dream life? Well, now you know the truth. It's not a dream. It's a nightmare dressed in a cute costume. The next time you see a Frenchie on Instagram looking adorable, just remember, behind that squish face is an animal that's struggling to perform the most basic function of life: breathing. Like, comment, and subscribe if you've ever wheezed on a staircase. And if you catch someone purchasing a Frenchie solely for the gram, share this video with them and ask if they're allergic to responsibility too. Stay wheezy, losers.